Well, what a sight it is. What an afternoon for Rugby League. They've come in droves to Brookie this afternoon, and with very good reason. Two of the 2019 surprise packets finding themselves suddenly in a playoff for fifth spot to wrap up round 18 of the National Rugby League. It's Manly hosting Parramatta, and it is a very good afternoon. Matthew Thompson.
It is a great afternoon, James. In fact, it's an afternoon like this that makes you realise just why we love footy as much as we do. Two teams in excellent form. Parramatta looking for 4 wins in a row for the first time since 2017. And Manly were beaten by just 1 point in an epic game against South Sydney last weekend. But prior to that, they strung together 3 consecutive wins themselves, including victories over North Queensland up in Townsville and the Titans on the Gold Coast. The fans here, well, it's mainly Manly, isn't it? They want one result. But Parramatta are enjoying a much overdue revival in fortunes in 2019. After collecting the spoon last season, they are in 6th position in this race to September with 9 wins for the year, already 3 more than they notched up for their entire campaign the year prior. They could jump as high as 5th with a win today. They're led out by Clint Gutherson, one of 3 former Manly players in the lineup. Another one of them, Sean Lane, monster back rower, having a great season. And on debut, Ethan Parry with big shoes to fill, Peter Sterling. He's taking the role of Blake Ferguson.
Yeah, he's a young 20-year-old from Tamworth and came down 5 years ago. He went through the St Greg's College there, a great rugby league school. Now, I'm not certain, but I was told earlier that Manly had actually approached him fairly recently to maybe make the move across, and he decided to stay with the blue and gold. So, big afternoon for him and his family.
He's 6'4" and 100 kegs, so he does have big shoes to fill. He doesn't give anything away in terms of size. Manly out onto Brookvale. It is a magnificent sight. The crowd packed in, and we've uncovered a quirky stat. Since 2017, 26 games have been played here at Brookvale Lotto Land. There have been 1,158 points scored at this ground. At the southern end, on the right-hand side, 750 against 408 at the northern end. That means there's 84% more points scored at the southern end of Brookvale Lotto Land than at the northern end. Why? No one knows. But they are the numbers, and they don't lie. And it's Manly with the advantage of starting at the northern end, so running towards the southern end. Dylan Walker into 5'8" this afternoon. They've lost Cade Custer concussion. And 2 great rugby league rivals head-to-head on Sunday afternoon. This is heaven for a footy fan. Martin Tapau. And now for Joel Thompson. Manly in 5th, Parramatta in 6th. Terry Evans with a juggle. They're going to try and move the ball early out to Moses Sully, who himself was a Parramatta junior from Fairfield. Now Tom Trbojevic goes to Terry Evans. There's some urgency about his first minute of play. A couple of touches. It's a great touch, DCE, the Queensland State of Origin skipper. Now Curtis Sironen, who had almost the best game of his career last week, running for just under 200 metres. Cherry Evans, his first aerial kick goes down to Gutherson, who gets crunched, but the chasers are offside.
Well, that was an incredible take by Gutherson, a floating bomb.
You want to go, mate?
And the coup to any bomb with fullbacks or wingers, you have to make them run for the ball. That way their eyes are shaking, it's hard to keep the focus on the ball. So with the ball moving, him running towards the ball.
Thanks, mate.
And then Joel Thompson about to smash him. He's picked up an injury too there, Clint Gutherson. What a take.
Through Dylan Brown and out to Sean Lane. Taking 9 metres, Manly side of halfway now, Junior Paulo. With all of his size and offloading ability, he's 3rd for offloads in the competition this year. They've got plenty of size in their respective front rows, both teams, but there is some skill to go with it. Here's Marnie, who'll go to the right, an inside pass from Moses, found Paulo, but the defence traps him on the 10-metre line. Now Moses. Brown tackle within 5 metres of Manly's line. Marnie's waiting for it. Goes to Brown. He's going to kick one through. Can't find the end goal with it. And there's Turbo, who is yet to lose a game this season. In fact, his last loss in any form was when the Kangaroos were beaten by the Kiwis in October last year.
Not a bad first set from Parramatta there. They weren't too adventurous. Dylan Brown would have liked to have got that ball in the in-goal area, but Trbojevic was well placed as Moses Sully earns his side a penalty.
What a great crowd we have here. Great feeling around Lotto Land. For something special today.
This is close to a sellout. They were saying the sellout was on the cards. There's very few seats available, and it is a splendid afternoon right across the peninsula. This surface, Andrew, at times has been the subject of some criticism. It looks in pristine condition and conducive to open footy.
Yeah, plenty of ball movement today.
So Finu, away to Jack Trbojevic. He gets a flat one away. And they're trying to play the ball quickly for Noah Blake. Now Trbojevic time into dummy half, can't get through. Tackle well by Josh Hoffman. Now Moses Sully for Garrick. Less than 4 minutes gone and Manly could be on the board first.
Jared, tackle 5. Got try, mate.
Well, they've had their pants pulled down here. There were 3 Parramatta defenders there, but no one close enough to the sideline. Good awareness on a couple of occasions so far from Manly to go down that short side.
Does his knee touch the line there?
Ruben Garrick remains in the field of play and he grounds the ball in the end goal.
Yeah, I thought he got the ball.
We have a decision.
Before the knee touched.
He's their leading point scorer in the season, Ruben Garrick, and he's brought up his 100 points in the year now.
Yeah, nice work there from the winger to go over. But the damage was done in the previous 2 plays. See the winger there. Here they get the big man, Fanua Blake, one-on-one. He gets over the top of Dylan Brown, quick play the ball, 1 marker. Then Turbo gets in. He runs from dummy half, one-on-one tackle. He gets up, leaves players on the ground, and then Sully on the back of that. Isuzu D-Max replay. Great play by Manly.
Great start for the Sea Eagles, and Ruben Garrick will line up the conversion from right on touch. Darren Lockyer.
It was too easy, wasn't it? Fanua Blake here gets the roll on, but it's the pass from Trbojevic that gets him the, I guess it was 2-on-1, but he pushed through. And then after that, Tom takes over and he gets a quick play of the ball, but too easy for Manly. Parramatta, I want to defend a lot better than that. Conditions are awesome. 24 degrees, no wind at all.
Well, the Eels just didn't react. Sevo he had men on this inside who were not coming off the line, but they still had Sully covered. He had to make sure that his winger had no room to move in.
Oh, that is a sweet kick from Garrick. It's 6-0 Manly.
Just wait, mate. Wait. Stay behind.
Manly 6, Parramatta 0. Wonderful start for the Sea Eagles. It's just a delicious prospect, this game. It's the one everyone's been looking forward to all week. Great start for Ruben Garrick. First try scorer, then has converted that. Hasn't been the easiest week for Ruben and his family either. They suffered a loss. Ruben's grandfather David Yates passing away. We send our condolences to the family, and also long-time Manly follower Margie Houston passed away. So a couple of Manly people during the week have been lost to us, as Tom Trbojevic is tackled, and now on the back of that Curtis Sirinen runs strongly beyond the 30-metre line of Parramatta. Well, Nathan Brown makes the tackle. This is all powerful stuff at the moment for the Sea Eagles. Walker with a kick. He's asking the question of the first gamer. He's done well, Ethan Parry.
They obviously see a weakness in the left-hand side defence for Parramatta, moving the ball at Josh Hoffman and Sevo. And on the back of that, they're getting 2 or 3 quick play the balls. And they've got to control the ruck here, Parramatta, because they're getting blown away.
Yeah, right on the back foot. Really good first touch there for Ethan Parry. Looking into the sun. Kick coming his way. It wasn't a high kick, so the chasers could arrive at the same time as Ma'u takes a nice charge forward. But we'll be glad the young winger to get that possession under his belt.
Moses whacks it right down the centre of Brookvale Lotto land with Garrick to return it. One of 4 Manly players to have made their NRL debut this year. A couple of those 4 players not playing this afternoon. One of them, Cade Cust, missing because of concussion. Now, Manasi Fainu struggling with the defence. He's up to the halfway. Sean Lane, the tackler. Trbojevic with a pass now for Fanua Blake. That's another good run. He takes a power of stopping, doesn't he? Here's Turbo. We found Mitch Moses and Junior Paulo came in to help. Final for Walker. He can't get it through the line. That's good work by Brad Takarangi.
Tom Trbojevic, he's just going to go hard at Mitchell Moses and Dylan Brown all afternoon on that edge. So dangerous through the middle, but that last carry, only had eyes for Moses. Kane Evans now. It's his high stepping going towards his own 30.
He's done well to get almost out to the 30-metre line, where Tapau made the tackle. Away for the youngster, Brown.
Yeah, you can see that the average set distance, Manly just rolling. As Parramatta really struggling to make ground. This last tackle now still in their own half.
Moses asked to kick long once again. He's found Tommy Trbojevic on the fly. It's a good kick chase though by Parramatta. They'll have to be good in that area, won't they?
And those kick returns on the first play, every time they've gone to their right and found Josh Hoffman, trying to get his tackle counts up. So they'll work away from it, open the field up, get those long shifts at Hoffman and also Sevo.
Thompson tackled around the legs. You want to play it quick. He might have lost the ball. Yep.
Well, that time the left back rower, he found Mitchell Moses in the line.
I'll take the scrum, mate.
Just watch this tackle here. This is what they want. Legs tackle right around the ankles, which means a quick play of the ball. It's a 50-50 penalty there. It goes the way of Parramatta. See there? Mitchell Moses gets his head in the wrong spot. Tackles him around the ankles. Sort of play they get it. Moses. Get that quick play of the ball, then move the ball towards Josh Hoffman.
Now, Gutherson. Recovered after popping a leg knock at his first touch of the afternoon under that towering bomb. Here goes Paulo to the 30-metre line where Jake Trbojevic makes the tackle. Ball comes out the back. Here's an early kick on tackle 2. And Tafua's got... Oh! Tafua was hoping it rolled dead. And Parry, the young gun in game number 1, is claiming it.
Did he really get
Tackle
there?
3, mate.
And did he push the man in the
Good
back to do so?
Firm grounding, thanks, champ.
Well, this is an effort because the kick, it wasn't...
Parramatta kick chasers cleared as being onside.
The chasers were a long way back. And Parry, the most desperate, he scores.
Oh!
He scores. That's a pretty good second touch, Matt.
Yes, it was.
Ethan Parry grounds the ball in the end goal with downward pressure. We have a decision.
You can tell by the look on George Tafua's face that wasn't part of the plan. He mightn't have heard him coming. I find that hard to imagine, given he's 104 kilos, this young kid, but he's got plenty of toe, and that is a big play to get the Eels on the board.
Might have picked up some tips too in his young age. I understand his family, Isuzu D-Max replay here, Dylan Brown to put it through. His family grew up on the farm in Karuma, which is outside Corindai. Former NRL players Josh Smith, who played for the Knights, and also Brad Smith, who played for St George Illawarra. So I'm sure he would have got some tips off those guys. Alana?
Well, Manly started that game very dominant, especially in the pace. But Eels, you let them run with the ball and they'll go absolutely flying. A little bit more urgency, and they got over the try line. They're putting up a fight, the Eels, and the Manly are going to have to come back and answer that.
The kick wasn't on.
No.
He was a mile back and the only chaser, and he just gets rewarded for desire and persistence. Got a big stride on him.
Moses in rare form with the boot.
Thanks, mate. Thanks, Scotty.
The first gamer, Ethan Parry, has scored Parramatta's opening try in Sunday footy.
Time on. Time you run.
He's come right through the representative programs, New South Wales 16, 18s and 20s. So this occasion has been a long time coming, and he's making the most of it.
Tony Evans brings a restart forward. We believe that his dad Troy and mum Alicia are here. He's one of 4 siblings, Cody, Ty, Janali and Lacey. Big afternoon for them all, and wow, second touch, gets a try in the NRL.
So Gutherson, whose NRL career started here at Manly back in 2013. 5 games for the Sea Eagles before making himself one of the stars at Parramatta. Played by Lane, from Marnie, from Moses. And now an inside ball for Brown. And he goes away to Moses, who's going to try a 40-20, which is all ad-lib, but he's done it! That is brilliant by Mitchell Moses.
Well, I think that's the smartest bit of play I've seen this year. He'll turn Nathan Brown back on the inside. He'll get an offload. As soon as he gets the ball, he just looks up, sees he's inside the 40, but he shapes the ball across. He hits it from the inside out. That is it's as smart as it comes there from Moses. What a play.
Let's see if they can capitalise. Played by Marnie Ma'u. Here's Paulo, dangerous. Slips one out the back. Marnie, they just got him. It was Cherry Evans. Brown's waiting for it. One-handed catch by Paulo from a standing start. Nabbed in the tackle of Thompson. Now Brown. He'll go up the big man to Powell. And Sirenen down around the legs. Reed Barney, Lane, he juggled, but he tapped it backwards, so this is all right. Now Gutherson can't get away. Was he tackled? No, the fans thought so. Referee did it. Now Evans. Last play. Wait. Manly's defence pretty good so far on this set. Moses wants the in goal with one. They might have got another one. It's Takarangi claiming it.
Yeah, it's a carbon copy of last week. I'm not sure if he looks as excited as last week. Is his body language saying that he did get there?
Oh, we're checking his grounding. Thanks, mate. Thanks, mate. Yes, mate.
Exactly the same kick that they put through last week.
The Parramatta right side kick chase is cleared as being onside.
And Brad Takarangi on that angle. Well, now if he gets there simultaneously as the boot.
I think George Tafua gets his hand there first.
Who's got the strapping on the hand?
That's Takarangi.
Brad Takarangi with the right hand forces the ball in the end goal. We have a decision.
Well, 2 great kicks from Mitchell Moses. The first to put them in a position after the 40-20. It was a pretty ordinary set of 6 they put together, but the kick at the end of it has led to their second.
And Brad Takarangi has found a rich vein of form in terms of try scoring. 4 in 2 games for him now. A hat-trick last week. Now here's the kick, Andrew. That was just sensational.
And the way he kicked the ball, he actually shapes it towards the sideline, puts it on an angle where it'll go towards the sideline, and then Isuzu D-Max replay. His short kicking game, Moses, this is his go-to man. Takarangi, what about that one, Lockie?
Well, before the game, Brad Arthur said he wanted to play with patience, and that, first and foremost, that was about a repeat set. But he got it in the right spot there, and Takarangi, he got 3 last week. He gets on that one. Start another good day out for the Eels, maybe.
It's been a good day for this man today. And he's nailed another conversion as well.
Just wait, mate, wait. Stay behind.
Trbojevic might be walking a bit ginger at the minute.
Well, he's hobbling, and he was talking to the trainer. Keep an eye on Turbo. Doesn't look happy, does he?
Only 6th game for Manly this year. That hamstring has caused all manner of issues. Now Paulo. Tackled within 13 of the halfway, played to Reid Marnie, who is the leading metre eater from dummy half in the competition. We'll see how Tom's feeling now, if he's going to run it back himself. Thought about the pass, but then goes...
Well, there's no acceleration.
No.
Couldn't get up on his toes and run. Understanding that challenge when Takarangi scored. He slid in, maybe his ankle. Got caught under the challenge. Be worried there for Coach Des Hasler.
Here goes Jake. Tackled out at the 30. Quick play of the ball. It's a foul. Thuds into the line and then turns looking for an offload. Now that's... Oh, there he is. He's caught underneath. You can see the grimace comes across his face. Meantime, an attacking raid here. Sully down the right-hand edge. Gets it away. Garrick. He's going to turn it back to Sirinen, who has the pace to see off lane. Oh, God, hit hard. That was a good tackle by Evans over the top. On the 30-metre line, Walker stabs a kick up towards Tafura's wing, but Parry's called upon to defuse it. And Brad Parker puts him down the tackle a metre out from his line. Now Takarangi. They are ferociously off the line here, Manly. There's Parry with a run, and he's greeted. And some more strong defence. There's Micah Sebo from the other side of the ground. 4 tackles, and they're 12 metres out for their own line. Now Gutherson, oh, he's flung one back to no one. Dylan Brown's picked it up. It's a 4th tackle, and they're not even at their 20. He's going to have to get the super boot out here, Mitchell Moses. It's an end-over-end kick that bounces up, and it wasn't a friendly bounce for Trbojevic. It's allowed the chase to get a bit further upfield. And Ruben Garrick.
Well, that's a pretty good result from Parramatta after kicking from where they were forced to. Forward now, taken high, that'll be a penalty.
Just watch Turbo as he going to the trainer. When he gets the ball, he just can't get up on his toes and accelerate.
I reckon he's getting worse here, Andrew. You can just see him out the back, and he's really got a very noticeable limp.
Just the look on his face.
Yeah.
It's anguished, isn't it?
Make the line, Philip, make the line.
He's in the first receiver and gives it away to his brother. Manly flew out of the blocks with the first try inside 4 minutes, but Parramatta have hung with them and have put 2 tries on themselves. The Sea Eagles chance for an answer back. Here's to Powell. They go left through Walker and now out to Trbojevic. Tom, who gives it to Tafua. He slipped over in the tackle. Moses and Manu Ma'u made it. Vanilla Black this time. Bumped away from Marnie. Got a ball off for Jake Trbojevic. Now to Dylan Walker. Back out for Brad Parker. He slipped inside of Moses. But he got a hand from the inside. That was Parry, the first gamer. And now Jake Trbojevic on the last. Almost centre field. Finally goes left. Walker plays out the back. Trbojevic forward pass.
Hand over.
Yeah, catch and pass there under pressure. Quick ball.
Give yourself space here.
That whole set of 6, Cherry Evans did not touch the ball once. I know they went hard down that left side, Manly, but...
What's the linesman doing there? Who calls that? Is it the linesman or was it the pocket referee? I think it was called even before it went to the winger.
David Gower getting ready to come on. We featured him pre-game. Played in the grand final for Manly.
Love him. Love him as a player.
Just to do his hair.
That and his energy and his creativity and his work rate. He's wonderful.
He's been going around. David Gower as Lane nearly burst through a gap but couldn't hang on to the footy.
I just want to highlight the class here of the young 5'8" Dylan Brown. The way he gets into the line, changed his speed. But he'll get Marty Tapau interested in the way he holds the ball up here for Sean Lane. Saw at the start of the year when they played Penrith in round 1. Did a couple of plays like this one where he put Sean Lane through. So he gets into the line, softens his hands up, frees the big man away, but spills his lollies. Talk about a lot of great halves retiring first and these players. This guy, he's got a huge future.
So Jake runs into the defence just on Parramatta's side of halfway. Now Vanilla Blake. Leading offloading team in the competition, Manly. Haven't seen too much of that so far. Normally comes off the big men. Prop forwards for Vanilla Blake and Tapau. That's a great ball around the corner. Parker's picked it up, but there's a knock-on / forward pass in there somewhere.
I got the scrum, Zig. I got the scrum, mate. Start the clock.
It's got to settle down a little bit, Manly. A little bit frantic in attack. Ball went over the top. Nice pass here. Joel Thompson gets through. Nice offload to Turbo. Trbojevic might have been best just to take the tackle there, try to get him on the next play. Brad Parker was appealing. It wasn't a knock-on. No, referees are right.
Brad Parker is a redhead, which reminds me to send a very happy birthday to another former Manly redhead, Paul Vaught.
We've sent that many good wishes to him. Like,
have you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Happy birthday, Fat. Living a life up in Port Douglas. We'll do all the work, don't you worry about it.
Here's Brown. He's pushing off the back fence there. Just over the halfway. Reed Marnie away for Brown. Another 4th tackle kick. This one stabbed into the corner. And, Turbo, look at that. He's so cool. He just kept the foot out and grabbed the ball, which means Manly will get the benefit of the scrum feed. Blake Ferguson started the whole renewal of this, didn't he? Didn't think Blake would be one to read the rule book during the week, but he obviously did, and everyone else has been following since.
Big student of the game, Blake.
pointed out by David Middleton. Lucky he didn't have the foot in goal. It was line dropout. Give the ball away. They win it from the scrum. Garrick comes off his wing, centre field.
Joel Thompson. Runs into Marnie and Evans. Vanilla Blake again, met by Paulo. Just get a feeling about a game, don't you, when you look at the draw? And weeks out from this, everyone had the sense it's going to be an absolute cracker. And it's transpired that way so far as Trbojevic can't get up the centre. He stopped on the 40, plays it quickly. Here's Finu, linking back up with Turbo. Tackled on the last. Oh, yeah. Now it's going to be a penalty.
Players in front, not quick.
You see Manly, when they get that quick play of the ball, they just stay in that channel all the way up the field.
Sorry, mate,
trail
sorry.
behind that play. Finally made a quick play of the ball. Played to Trbojevic in the same area, working over the same defenders.
Yeah, that's where Parramatta are vulnerable. In behind that play the ball. Some more offloads starting to appear for Manly. Cherry Evans to the left, shapes inside.
He's a skipper. He picked the perfect time to involve himself, cuts through the line, and Manly are going to draw level in just a tick.
Beautiful show and go there from Daly Cherry Evans. A big no-no in the defensive line is to turn out and take a dummy. Isuzu D-Max replay. He'll go on the line. Manu Ma'u fades out. You see they solved the problem from the outside. And Moses came from the outside. Manu Ma'u takes the dummy. And then Cherry Evans too fast for Kane Evans. Alana?
Cherry Evans did very well to capitalise on that field possession. But Manly are just getting way too many quick play the balls. The Eels are letting them get up, play it quick, and they're almost able to do whatever they want with the footy. DCE too smart there, and the home crowd here has gone absolutely ballistic.
And the most dangerous man on the field is the one with the football in his hands, and that was Daly Cherry Evans. Manu Ma'u just completely overread that. That on the back of a fifth tackle penalty. And we see so many scored on the back of penalties, but especially when it's consecutive sets.
From next to the sticks, Ruben Garrick to tie us up at 12 points apiece. He's having a breakout first year in the NRL. He's done some really good things. DCE, the local hero, gets the try and gets Manly back level with Parramatta. Rugby League World Cup of Nines this October. 12 nations to descend on Bankwest Stadium for the inaugural Downer Rugby League World Cup of Nines. Both men's and women's teams will be competing. You can get your two-day pass right now at nrl.com/tickets. That'll be good fun.
Double change made straight after that try by Brad Arthur. Starting front rowers off. Evans and Paulo. Ball back into the inside. Great cover there from Gower.
Did a good job, but he played it fast, Turbo. And Finu. And that's the left where Parker is nabbed, and a good tackle by Parry.
Got a problem in behind to Dylan Walker, just motioning behind his knee to the trainer.
Trbojevic is after a high kick from Cherry Evans. He's stolen it again. It's a replay of up the stadium in Perth. That is sublime.
10 metres from the contest, he was 1,000 to 1 even to get there.
Just to ensure there's no knock on the contest from Manly.
How does he get there?
Tom Trbojevic, the left side kick chase was cleared as onside.
He's ripped it out mid-air, has he?
No, this is fine. They're looking for a knock-on, but it's just a clean steal. Gutherson has it. He spins out of it. It is Perth all over again. The timing of the run.
Come on, stop looking at it. It's a contest for the ball.
That's perfect.
We've got a clean catch by Tom Trbojevic in the contest.
The amazing thing about
And he grounds the ball in the end goal. We have a decision.
The amazing thing about this, you watch when he's chasing the kick. Mitchell Moses gets back and he has to take his eyes off the ball. Keep your eyes on the eyes of Trbojevic here. He takes his eyes off the ball to get around and then looks back up and has the time and presence of mind to challenge for the ball. That is just out of this world. Lockie?
Yeah, I saw the same thing, Joey. He can't see the ball when he goes into the contest. Then he just feels the ball in Gutherson's arms, just takes it. I mean, Manly are coming out of their backhand so easy. They kick that ball on the 30-metre line. Trbojevic is just wherever the ball is, he is.
Honestly, what is he worth on the open market?
Frightening. He's worth every cent of it. That's what he's worth. Garrick's missed it left.
You got plenty of time. Wait, fellas, wait. Time your run, stay behind.
Manly 16-12 ahead now after some more Tom Trbojevic brilliance. We haven't seen too many better things than that on the rugby league field. He's breathtaking.
Well, this shows it perfect. Have a look at the vision of his eyes, takes it off, and then the last minute looks up and steals it. Last year in Origin he played wing, was one of the best players in the series. This year he came back in game 2, played centre, and was once again unstoppable.
Well, he's a good runner.
You can play him anywhere.
Jerry Evans, some early ball away from Curtis Sirenen.
In that contest, Gutherson actually got good height and pretty good position. Last tackle now, Jerry Evans. Moving around, that'll be hard to catch that one.
Here's a tester. Here's Parry, did well. Rushed in from the wing. Vanilla Blake down there with Thompson and Trbojevic. Comes Marcus Sebo, equal leading try scorer in the comp, leading into the round with 12.
Yeah, I want to give him a bit of a rap on that try as well. When Trbojevic scored it, Sebo came from this far wing, and he's the man who stopped it being promoted closer to the post. And as it turned out, the conversion was missed. Morawa's first touch.
Rugby bound at the end of the season. Now Gower out to Brown. He was able to change directions. He caught the ball there, but Manly defence stopped him just in the nick of time. A kick now from Moses. Down for Turbo. He's going to let Ruben Garrick run it back. Crowd appreciate that opening spell of Martin Tapau, who's come to the bench for a breather. They've won 23 of the last 33 games played between the teams here at Brookvale, this Manly side. It is a most imposing place to come for all opposition.
Well, there are a lot more than 4 in front in this game. The second takes it forward. They are getting through this Parramatta line at will. The Eels 2 tries coming from kicks.
You flopped on tackle 2, mate, and you stayed there.
It is for Parramatta to play the ball down. They've had to resort to giving away another penalty.
Paseka there just puts the beanstalk away. He's a giant. Have a look how big he is.
Come back, halfway, fellas. Halfway.
He's as fit as I've seen him. He's trimmed right down. It's all athleticism.
Got to hold the fort here, Parramatta. 10 minutes out to half-time. They really need to find something here.
Jerry Evans floats one away. On the bounce, Garrick He's got to come back to the middle of the field. Tackled by Maroa and Lane. Plays it to Fanu. Cherry Evans back to the left-hand side. Fanua Blake. He plays it to Fanu. Here's Jake Trbojevic. He'll link up with Walker. Fires it out to Parker. Parry came in off the wing and came up with fresh air. And Parker's got another one for Manly.
Well, this will show the beauty of Jake Trbojevic. Just watch Cherry Evans on the right-hand side of the ruck, which attracts defenders. But Jake Trbojevic is like a halfback on the left side. Isuzu D-Max replay, plays like a halfback, releases Dylan Walker. They get one-on-one defence and Brad Parker over. Trbojevic show.
Yeah, well, that's the first blemish. The young winger, you're going to come in, and it's a good read. If he makes contact there and makes the tackle, then he's brought it to a halt. Brad Parker, he's able to brush the young man aside. Pretty awkward effort it was in the end, and Parker crosses.
So from 12-6 down to 20-12 ahead, seemingly in the blink of an eye. They have got all the momentum here, this Manly side. Down to Alana.
Well, it could have been a brilliant read if Parry was able to stick to that tackle, but down here on the ground level, it just looks like Manly have far too much energy for the Eels. They're setting back a little bit in ball watching, give them that sniff, and we can see that they're taking it.
Garrick again from the scrum line with the hill behind him. It's one of the great sights in footy, isn't it, here on a Sunday afternoon when there's a big crowd in, and when Manly are going well, they come in droves.
Surely they can get an upgrade at this stadium.
That's a better kick by Garrick. 22 points to 12. It's a huge weekend in sport. Netball World Cup. 2 massive games with coverage live from 11:15 p.m. tonight. The bronze medal match between England and South Africa, followed by the gold medal match, Australia v New Zealand. They played out a captivating game earlier in the tournament, and they are the 2 giants of world netball. Australia and New Zealand
Fellas,
tonight.
time your run, don't go early.
On 9.
Mate.
Down to Darren.
You know, it's a pretty big 7 minutes for the Eels because Manly just rolling through the ruck too easy. They need to get to half time, but they don't need to let any more points. Just watch how easy Manly get through. Dummy half running, around the play the ball.
Well, he might have a bung leg, but he's still well ahead in the metres game department. Tom Trbojevic as Cherry Evans fires it away to Garrick. Hoffman was able to get across and shut down the play. Ball goes to Moses Sully. And they're off again. Here goes Manasi. Finu up the centre. Ball to Tom. And an intercept from David Gower, of all people, who got back there to avert another crisis. They are punching holes right through the centre of Parramatta. The corresponding game here between the teams last year was Manly's biggest ever win over Parramatta. It was 54-0. So we know it's going to be better than that, given that Parramatta are on the board. But when they get rolling, they are almost impossible to pull back.
Well, 1 missed tackle is leading to 3 and 4 for Parramatta. They've lost the ruck completely. They can't wait to get to half time.
Moses is going to kick from very deep in his half once again. And Tafua on the fly. Another Parramatta junior in this Manly side. Wentworthville and Toon Gabby, where he played his junior footy. 8 tries in 10 matches here at Brookvale for George. Against Parramatta. certainly throw plenty of size at this Parramatta outfit as well, Manly. Here goes Turbo, right up the centre. They miss him once. He wanted to get a ball away to Jake, who was in front of him. Cherry Evans kicks towards the in goal. It takes a deviation straight into the path of Adam Fanua-Blake, and this is an onslaught.
Yeah, this is one-way traffic. Trbojevic nearly carved them through the middle. And in the end, Mitchell Moses was forced to throw a leg out from a grubber kick that was put through. They had big numbers on the Isuzu D-Max replay from this play the ball of Tom Trbojevic. But in the end, Daly Cherry Evans thought the kick was the best option, and that's what it turned out to be. Darren Lockyer.
Well, Turbo's playing like a second hooker. Wherever the play the ball is, he's either in a dummy half or he's just behind it, and he's tearing them apart. And Cherry Evans come out there, he could see that he had an overlap. He couldn't get the ball out there, but that's what he thought the next best option was. He just had to get it in the backfield, and then Fanua-Blake, he's the beneficiary. They need half-time, the Eels.
One of the best coaches I've ever had was Warren Ryan, and he used to say to us in Newcastle, if you get the front door ajar, why would you go around and jump through the window around the side? Which means if you get a quick play the ball at the ruck and you get one marker, just stay at that area. And these are the principles Manly's playing with. They move the ball laterally, they get a quick play the ball, then they just stay in that channel. Little trick shots with Fainu, obviously Turbo Tom, but also Daly Cherry Evans. They just flood that channel. They get a quick play of the ball, one marker. They just kick that door in.
Only a couple of weeks ago, Matt, Parramatta had the record of when they won by 18 or 19. When they lost, they got beaten by 19 or 20. That was the inconsistency of their performances, and 28 points in a half of football with still 3.5 minutes to go. And that's not finals football. 26 now it is. 26-12.
Time your run, fellas. Stay behind. Wait, thanks, Dylan. Stay behind, mate.
Manly on a roll. Walker. Away now for Taniela Paseka.
Well, don't go put the kettle on for half-time. Get another try here.
Away now to Joel Thompson. We hear a lot about the ruck and having to try and slow down or winning the ruck. When you're in a situation like this, Joey, and Manly with all the momentum and all the possession, what can Parramatta do to try and do that?
Well, you can try to tighten your defence up, which then opens up the outside men. But it's... Here we go again.
Turbo's nearly through again. Only Lane with the tackle around the short stopped him. And he's going to play this quickly, and off goes Sirenin this time. Oh, he's lost the ball.
Lost.
Cherry Evans says, well, there was a second grab there.
No, mate, he let go of the arm and the ball came out
got the rub of the
afterwards.
green with that call, and didn't they need it?
Yeah, I think the call was the right one. Niokore was just removing his arm. Whilst that may have just lodged the football, there's nothing else he can do but take the arm out.
A reminder, round 19 next week is Beanies for Brain Cancer round, and it has become one of the highlights of the rugby league calendar each year. Macca's Thursday night footy, Sharks v Cowboys from PointsBet Stadium in Cronulla. VB Friday night footy, the Rabbitohs and the Dragons from ANZ, and then Sunday footy, we've got another cracker in prospect, Panthers Raiders.
Oh, it's a knock on here.
Well, that's Jake Trbojevic leading the way again, rushing up on Sean Lane, who's put a couple down this afternoon.
Just watch the intent of Jake Trbojevic. Sprint out of the line. He'll play 80 minutes today like he did in Game 3 in Origin. Plays 80 minutes. Watch him sprint and just attacks the legs. What a champion.
Minute to go. Oh, Parramatta just have to keep Manly out here. Trbojevic tackled on the 30-metre line. Comes away for Paseka. Stopped by Sean Lane. And the Akure. Here's Jake Trbojevic with a short pass to Fanua Blake, who himself is clocking up big minutes out there. 30 seconds to go in the half. Ball comes to Walker. Gives it away to Turbo. He looked towards Curtis Sheridan. He goes himself at Dylan Brown, then got it back to Cherry Evans. This is dangerous for Parramatta. It's with Walker. They're falling off tackles everywhere. He kicks in behind Parry, and the youngster is going to get there.
Now, I thought he maybe kicked too early there, Dylan Walker. He was one-on-one with David Gower. Gets on the outside of Gower. I think if he puts his foot down and then passes. Anyway, great half of footy.
Lopsided scoreline at the moment. Manly 26, Parramatta 12. The opening 15 minutes was very even. In fact, Parramatta led. So rejoin us here at Brookvale Lotto Land for a very animated halftime speech from Brad Arthur towards his Parramatta players. You don't need to be a lip reader to work out what the premise of that address was, Peter.
No, well, he needs them to go out and just make, well, a bit like Michael Maguire's asked his team to do. They need to harden up, toughen up, and draw a line in the sand, make a stand. Because if we saw more of what is the bulk of the first 40 minutes, it'll get very, very ugly for the visitors.
They'll get first use of the footy after half-time. Dylan Brown takes it and gives it away to Niakura. Now Lane running strongly. Paseka and Jake Trbojevic making the tackle. Here goes Gower, running out towards the 30. Met by Joel Thompson. Play to Marnie. Manu Ma'u.
There's an injury here for the young dummy half. Finu.
Standing next to the referee on the defensive line. He's feeling for the side of his head there. We might have an HIA on the way. And here's Tom Trbojevic, brilliant in the first half. Scored a try that will be on highlight reels for many, many years to come. One of the most extraordinary things we've seen in his already glittering career. Moses Sully playing it to Finu. He's added some real mobility to his game, this guy, hasn't he, too? Taniela Paseka. Cherry Evans across the park, floats one out in front of Ruben Garrick. Come back infield where Lane gets him ball and all near the 40-metre line. Daly Cherry Evans with a torpedo bomb. Ethan Parry did it nicely. Micah Sevo scored the 12 tries. He's got 16 line breaks in the season too, Micah Sevo. That was equal top in the competition leading into the round of footy. And now Gower. Back to Gutherson, who's seen very little football. Played it to Marnie. And now Mitchell Moses. Tafua in the firing line. And he's able to steady himself and take it nicely. Walker the dummy half. And Brad Parker.
That was poor from Parra. It was a shallow, high kick. To not get somebody there to contest the football against a smaller man in George Tafua, was really just handing the football over in the end. You're going to kick short, you've got to make sure that you give yourselves a chance to get it back. Trbojevic crunched in that tackle to Brad Parker. Fortunately back to his feet now, albeit gingerly.
Play there for 2.
Here's Des. Who has a poor record against Brad Arthur in terms of coaching head-to-head. Only 3 wins from the last 8 games when they've opposed each other. He certainly got the jump, though. As we head into the second half, Trbojevic of a short Cherry Evans pass. He is a man everywhere. Now Manasi Fainu, away to Jake Trbojevic. He carts it up to the 30-metre line. Fanua Blake. Away for Walker. I think they lost track of the tackle count. Here's a chance! It's another one! It's Ruben Garrick with a mid-air steal. He plucked it away. He's been learning from Turbo Tom.
Well, it comes from a Dylan Walker kick because, again, there was nothing on. Now, Suzu D-Max replay, Akasivo standing still, which does give the advantage to the chase, who comes from a long way away, and there's just more desire, more want. Alana Ferguson.
Yeah, well, he did well. Dylan Walker wasn't even shaping that way, but a good push from Ruben Garrick on the edge. He was very far. He was behind the attacking line, and he just absolutely bolted through a lot more urgency than the Eels' defence, and a great finish. Lockie?
Now, if we saw that other replay, he actually puts his hand up at the start of the play, but then they go to the left and then the ball comes back. So he called for it early, and then it didn't happen, and then Dylan Walker puts it in the air. It was a bit before that. He was out on the sideline. He actually put his hand up before that. It didn't come his way, and then as Dylan Walker came back, he thought, righto, mate, you wanted it? Here it comes.
And I go back to the end of the Parramatta's last set of 6, where they put up the bomb, but it was a short bomb. George Tafua just had a free catch of the football.
Second try for Ruben Garrick, who is enjoying his first NRL season. He's really notching up the points. He scored over 60 points in his last 6 games here at Brookvale. 30 points to 12.
Yeah, that leap, reminiscent of what we saw from Tom Trbojevic in the first half. It was nice to see Tom Trbojevic getting some sage advice at half-time from Brett Stewart, former Prince of Brookvale, 2 years living down in Melbourne, and remarkable the symmetry. Glenn and Brett Stewart here as a fullback and a back rower, unbelievably influential players. And now we have the Trbojevic brothers in similar positions doing the same thing.
Stay behind, fellas.
Manly firing in Sunday footy. Can I ask you this question, Andrew? With the top teams, the Roosters, probably favourites to win the comp in Melbourne, and then there's a handful of challenges, you'd have to say. We've got a real problem. That's a bad knock from Hoffman.
Curtis Sirenen.
Assessment.
Yeah. He's not well.
Well, you've got time to answer this now. Where do Manly rank in terms of the chasing pack?
Well, coming in today, I thought that'd be a step. Well, obviously, we're talking about the Storm and the Roosters. I think below them together are South and the Raiders. I'd have them below them, but after watching today, they're in that group with South and the Raiders, definitely. And if you have a look at the team, Manly, if they get a greater share of possession, that's the key. You got some really big men. Fanua Blake, Tapau, Paseka, Morgan Boyle, he hasn't been on yet. He's a really big man. So if they get greater share of possession, they are so hard to hold in the middle.
What adds merit to their performance so far. This is the 6th game for Tom Trbojevic. Yeah, They've had a great season with their best player missing for the bulk of it.
Just a remarkable turnaround on what they offered last year. They were at this stage of the season, last season, in 13th.
Chase is good.
And the same goes for Parramatta, regardless of the outcome here. Gutherson really tackled hard by a swarming kick chase.
Well, they too have come from a long way behind, haven't they? They won 6 games in all of 2018.
He's in front.
Finished with the wooden spoon. Cherry Evans and Moses Sully not happy with the call. Parramatta delighted.
Oh, good tackle. Now, who do you think it is?
I guess so.
Marnie with a long ball. Moses turning it to Tepai Moroa. Jamin Salmon has just gone onto the field for Parramatta. Comes out to Gower. He's met by 3 of the Manly defenders. Joel Thompson was the last one to stop him. Oh! Tafua! Like a jet! Whack Dylan Brown!
Oh, we've seen that before.
Maybe if you're going down short sides, don't go right into the line to entice George off the wing.
Oh.
Young bloke straight up.
That is just yuck.
Here's Turbo, nearly through. They just get him. Parker away for Fainu, shows it twice. Goes to Cherry Evans, now to Walker at speed. He cuts out Surley and goes to Garrick. He goes back to Surley on the inside. He goes for the line. It's another cracking try for Manly. Oh, hang on, it's a forward pass.
No, he's gone out.
He's gone out. Well, that's an anticlimax. Oh, really? Yes.
Great decision.
Yeah.
If I'm a winger, I'm wearing white boots. I'm not giving the officials any help.
Well, I think...
Is Dylan Brown, is he alive?
He, look, to his credit,
he just
bounced
jumped straight up
and headed out.
Is he made of rubber?
Seen a few of those. Obviously George involved, but I've never seen a bigger one than Steve Maddai.
He hit Dewey last week in the South game, and it was a car crash.
The Steve Maddai tackle on Tyrrell.
Yeah.
Here.
Yep.
Oh, that's got to hurt.
Well, how do you reckon they went opposition teams when Matt and Tafua were playing in the same team at the same time? Marnie with a rare run from dummy half. Gutherson goes in. He'll get up near the 30-metre line. Here's the last. Parramatta need points and they need them fast. Moses takes off, right foot step, ran behind his man. The referee said it was okay, and he's going to skip away and try and set up some numbers here. He's still going, Moses. The ball's been touched by Manly. Still the last. Gee, it looked like it had been deliberately played at.
I think he passed him to the head of Reuven Garrick. Comes across. Garrick will go down to make the tackle. Yep, hits him right in the head.
Oh. Alana.
The Eels are in a little bit more trouble. Josh Hoffman's just left the field for HIA, so we'll keep you updated on that one, Matt.
Yeah, I should point out that Jamin Salmon has slotted over into the left centre position for the Eels.
Manasi Fainu picking up 6 or 7 metres. Abby Coruscant not far away, Pete, with that ankle injury, which will be an interesting selection debate for Des Hasler?
Yeah, a couple of weeks, 2 weeks, I think he said. And, yeah, I love the rotation, him and Fino in the same 17. Good flat ball there, nearly put the support player through on the last tackle.
It's Corey Waddell out there now. Jerry Evans into the sky, another leap. Garrick tried to tap one back in the direction of his own team, but the ball ends up with Parramatta, and Gutherson's got it just in from the sideline. Brown out to the 20-metre line. Oh, another strong tackle. They are full of hit, Manly, and that's why 65% of the ball in the second half, and overall it's still 61-39. So the fuel gauge for Parramatta must be getting close to empty as Parry made life very difficult for himself. Last tackle, it's gone back to the 10-metre line. Oh, this kick's not even going to get to the halfway. The wheels are falling off for the Eels.
I know this might sound strange, Matt, but in that position, I'd actually turn around and grub it over the dead ball line. No, I'm serious. You get a line drop out, you should find 40 to 50 with that kick, and you get a rest for your defence, and you get them to chase. Instead of kicking from 5 or 10 out,
that's the best I've heard.
Kick it over the dead ball line, get the team back behind the line, drop kick at 50 metres, and then chase with a rested defensive line. You don't like it?
Daly, on the ground.
I'll put some thought in on this.
I don't know that anyone else has thought of that.
Mate, they were 10 metres out.
Sorry, you're on your own.
10 metres out. They've just had to endure 5 tackles. Turn, grub it over the dead ball line.
Scrums in here, guys.
Come back,
Time,
get a long booming drop out, and get a good one chase of the team together.
Well, we'll see whether it happens between now and the end of the season.
I don't think it will.
Well, he's human. I think.
Darren.
You did that, Stella. You might have to go in the HIA after that.
Maybe so. Have a bit of a think about it.
Dylan Brown. Taken by Waddell. Another one of those NRL rookies from Manly this year. He's had a really impressive start to his NRL career, which has been delayed by injury a number of times, Corey Waddell. Wasn't too far away from cracking it at the Panthers. Good moving here. Now Gutherson will kick, and you know, things aren't running for you when you kick it out on the full from there.
Yeah, it wasn't on. And it wasn't the last tackle. Just trying to produce a miracle play. I guess when you trail by that much, you're looking for something special.
Good tackle. Strong shot by Lane on Corey Waddell. They define it. Oh, there's an attempted. Well, it was almost one of those tackles where he was trying to knock the ball out more than anything else. Niakore was responsible for it as Sirenen gets it back on the inside, keeps it alive. Well done. Here's Finu trying to split them through the centre. He scurries up to within 22 metres of Parramatta's line. Trbojevic and a dummy half. Turbo. Ball's come free here and it's been knocked on.
Tackle 4, we've got a scrum here, guys.
Yeah, rare errors back-to-back there from Trbojevic. Bit of respite for Parramatta.
He'll be in reserve grade next week.
$15,245 at Brookvale. The most gorgeous of afternoons, and they've been satisfied with what the home team has turned out.
Such has been the dominance of Manly that they've only used 15 players so far. Still no Croker or Boyle into this game.
Thivo. Tackled by Waddell. Manu Ma'u is trying to link wide here. Parry's dropped it this time. And you can't blame Parramatta for throwing caution to the wind. They're chasing points, but the more they try, the bigger this hole seems to be getting just at the moment. Down to Darren.
Now, that mistake there, I know he's on debut, but it just highlights what Blake Ferguson beats Parramatta Eels. He brings that intensity out. He takes that second run. They just haven't gone direct out of their back half this game.
And it's a mistake which put Manly in prime position. Centre of the ground. Near the 10-metre line. Fine for Marty Tapau. Moses stood his ground. Marty came in to help. Along with Manu Ma'u, they go to the right-hand side. Cherry Evans delays the pass for Walker, who goes to Turbo, who floats it for Garrick, and he's going to get a third, Ruben. A hat-trick for Manly's right winger on an afternoon to savour for the Sea Eagles.
It's a training run, this one. As soon as you do max replay, players in motion, Jamin Salmon. He had 2 or 3 players coming at him, and the cutout pass was always going to be on there as Cherry Evans plays straight. So did Dylan Walker. And Tom Trbojevic throws the key pass again.
Yeah, Dylan Brown gets caught on the decoy runner and then creates the 3-on-2 on the outside. And perfect hands. Well, once again, Tom Trbojevic, select passing. Too easy. A lot of talk still about Tom Trbojevic and where he'll sit when he retires. Paul Vaughton quite vocal about he'll be up there with Bob Fulton, Malcolm Reilly and these players. You agree?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It's scary to think that his very best football is still in front of him. And when he stops growing as well, he's still growing into the body. Like, his physique is phenomenal. I nearly needed 2 boxes just to interview him before the game. He's
sent him a box.
He's a big man, and like I say, still developing.
Well, him and his brother should never play at another club.
No, I agree. Yeah.
Whatever they have to do as a club here, but also businesses or the third parties, these 2 players should never ever play for another club.
Yeah, with their backstory and their family involvement, I'm with you 100%.
That one's off target from Garrick, 36-12. He's still 22 years of age.
That's what I mean. Like, give him another 3 or 4 years in the top grade, learning the game all that way through, honing his skills. I have no doubt that Fatty was spot on, that, we look back in years to come, if he remains healthy, he will be possibly the best we've ever seen in a Manly jersey, or certainly alongside the likes of Bob Fulton.
Saw his younger brother, or their younger brother, Ben, playing number 20s today. It looks identical to Tom. Very tall, really athletic. I have 3 of them playing one day.
He's one of those quirky cases where he's such a dominant player in his club position at fullback, but as long as James Tedesco's around, he may not play much rep football in that position.
Maybe if I was Manly, I'd be signing up to that, John.
Not for Curtis Sirenin. It's a good tackle by Brown. Little man with a good technique. Cherry Evans, he threw one at top speed straight into Turbo's chest. And now Gutherson with a rare chance to break free. Ankle tap from Fainu. He was about to head for the try line as well. Here goes Brad Takarangi. Oh, Tom Trbojevic has got from the other side of the ground to make the tackle there.
Here, mate. Swap, mate. Come here. Wait.
Manu Ma'u. Taken by Tapau. 11 out from the line. Play to Marnie. Skips across. Gives it to Brown. Ball doesn't find anyone in a Parramatta jumper until it rolls along the deck for Sevo to collect. Salmon at dummy half. Dylan Brown. Near Corey. Taken by Jake Trbojevic. Here goes Nathan Brown. Tapau's got him. Got him in a bear hug. Moses, short passing. And Manu Ma'u, he's wrapped up comfortably this time. You can see they're just full of energy, man, and they've had so much ball and after very little defence. It's taken a rebound away, that one off Brad Parker's leg. It's going to be a Parramatta scrum feed.
Where do their points come from, Stella? Parramatta.
Well, I think if Junior Paulo can get a couple of offloads going, that their second phase play is very good. But they haven't had enough football. They haven't had enough down this end. I don't like their set plays. I don't see the value in a set play off a slow play the ball. And they do tend to go into those ad nauseum. But I think the offload from Paulo and get the halves pushing up, Gutherson pushing up in the back of it as well. There could be some joy.
Here's Paulo, dumps, good tackle.
I like the edge forwards, Lane and Manu Ma'u as well.
Off the leg of Tafua, there'll be more tackles coming here for Parramatta. They might need them, they're not going to. Brown strolls through the middle and scores for the Eels, although we need to go via the bunker to have a look.
When it's that easy,
okay, mate,
you just sort of think, well, there had to be an
Got
obstruction.
to try, mate. Just check there's no interference with all that.
Manly players are all looking at each other. I don't know if anybody was impeded. Again, another pass misdirected here. Mitchell Moses behind Manu Ma'u, comes off the knee of Tafua. Nathan Brown picks it up. I think that's fine.
There's no breach in the lead up by Parramatta. We've got a live ball to this point. Yep.
There you go, Joe.
Nathan Brown grounds the ball.
The points
we
come
have a decision
from a misdirected pass off a knee from the opposition and someone picking up in the middle and strolling through a defence on its heels.
Just tell them to wait. You've got to wait for the touches.
It's that end of the field.
The southern end bias. We'll get an update from David Middleton on that in just 1 sec.
Ziggy, you take the kick off.
Wait for the time. Ruben, hold.
The Sea Eagles in command, although Parramatta have found a try in most unconventional fashion, but they'll take what they can get at this juncture. Near Corey, with 18 minutes left on the clock. So the points bias theory here at Brookvale. At the southern end of the ground today, there's been 32 points scored. At the northern end, there's been 22. Bearing in mind, on average, and this is the only ground in the league where this applies, there's 84 points, more points scored at the southern end compared to the northern end. That pass was forward clearly to Gutherson.
Until that pass was just about their best set of the night, the afternoon.
Great shot, isn't it?
Get the numbers right.
Is that from a drone?
It is, yeah. You remember the days of the old blimp, Joey? Used to get on grand final day, the blimp used to go up above the ground and you get those great shots. It's the modern age blimp. There you go. Parker tackled strongly in their own 30-metre line, and that's a full off the wing.
Yeah, Manly coach Des he'll want his side to finish this off. Understandably, they've just lost some intensity out there. They might have had a little bit more football of late. Just conceded a soft try, but we want them to steel themselves for the bigger matches to come. Finish this off in style.
Walker kicks high down to Clint Gutherson. Sirenen down there to wrap him up. Josh Hoffman back from HIA. Well, Manly will get a real barometer as to where they're at next week. I'd imagine they head to Melbourne and take on the Storm. Tommy Trbojevic was 234 metres for a game. Phenomenal stuff. Last tackle for Parra. Moses. High and down the middle of the ground. Evans is chasing after Tom Trbojevic with real intensity, but he's wrapped up in the tackle of Lane. So, next 5 games for Manly. Melbourne away, Newcastle home, Warriors away, Tigers home, Raiders away. There's a few curveballs in there as they head towards a possible finals spot and potentially a top 4.
There's some great matches coming up, aren't they? This last 8 weeks. We got Panthers, Raiders next Sunday.
We do indeed. That'd be one.
That'll have the same feel as this one did coming in. But more evenly contested, I would think.
Well, from outside the 40, Parry's chases after it. He's picking it up on the 10-metre line. Penrith going for 8 in a row. If they're able to do it, it will equal their club record winning streak in that match next Sunday. Seaver, good ball around the corner. Hoffman slips over as he gets to the halfway. Here's Brown now for Lane. Now made the tackle. Marnie out for Paulo. Now Moses floats it over the top to Garrick. Oh, forward passes the call.
Well, it's not forward. Look at his hands when the pass is being delivered. It's not forward.
Reminder about the Netball World Cup, 2 massive games tonight. Coverage live from 11:15 p.m. on 9. The bronze medal matches between England and South Africa. And then Australia plays New Zealand for the gold medal in the Netball World Cup. We'll see all the action on 9 tonight.
And a big round of applause, and rightly so, for Jake Trbojevic. He comes off, Morgan Boyle into the action now. An outstanding performance once again from one of the most consistent players in our game.
Surely. Now for Cherry Evans. He'll send the pass away. Lachlan Croker, the man into the game. Liddell with it. 11 metres. Paris side of halfway. Croker in the dummy half. Cherry Evans goes at the line. Gives it away to Curtis Sirenen. Tackled by Hoffman. And Dylan Brown there to assist. They're on the 20-metre line. What's Cherry Evans going to do? Goes out the back. Walker. And now it's with Joel Thompson. Left foot step. Oh, breaks free of a tackle in the most simple manner. And will score another try for Manly.
What do you got, Dick? Got try, mate. Just see where he catches that ball, please, mate.
Dylan Walker coming from right to left. Catches football very deep behind Marty Tapau. That doesn't put anybody off.
Well, watch Manu Ma'u. He catches the ball just on the inside, but it doesn't...
No, it doesn't impact.
This is not a black and white decision.
No, he just slides off Tapau comfortably, Manu Ma'u.
The ball is caught on the inside of the lead runner. We have a decision.
No.
Yeah,
No.
I thought at one stage there depth was part of the equation.
It is.
They've changed it to black and
So
white.
now it's just, okay.
If you catch the ball...
So you can be 15 metres behind and...
Hang on, whoa!
I thought you went like that.
Lockie?
We've still got time out, mate.
That's always been my argument. Catching the ball on the inside, if it doesn't impact the defensive line, how can we rule no try, which is exactly what happened there. I know there's sometimes you can run around behind a player and it does affect the defensive line, but that time it didn't. That's a try.
Keep coming.
See if Parrot can cash in on a bit of possible good fortune with that call. Here's Evans.
Marty up! Hold!
Tackled on the 30-metre line. Marnie for Moses, and then for Brown.
Move now!
Going to get hard by Curtis Sirenen. Junior Paulo.
Up now, let go!
Up to the 20, he's trying to get to his feet quickly. Marnie away for Moses. Here's Brown, he's going to kick on tackle number 3.
Well, he caught the ball on the inside of Sean Lane here. Sean Lane misses his assignment. He was supposed to be hanging back. But once again, no defender was impeded. He goes through. Cherry Evans plays up to it. There's a solution. Don't play a block play. Don't get in front of your ball players.
I just watched Tom Trbojevic during that set leading up to that. And that's the other area of his game is going to just get better and better, is marshalling defensively. He's out there barking and pointing, and we talked to Billy Slater about the role played by fullbacks now in getting the defence set, how important it is. Well, Tommy's just going to get better in that department as well.
There's Morgan Boyle. Nice and fresh, won't he? Moving us into the game now with a lopsided scoreboard. Trbojevic. Last line of defence was called upon. It was Clint Gutherson. Daly Cherry Evans will kick towards the in goal, and it sits up for Moses to defuse it. Pete, you mentioned earlier too about Parramatta either winning well or losing badly. Can you think of a couple of factors that might contribute to that? They haven't been in too many arm wrestles this year,
They obviously struggle to stop momentum. You know, somehow when the opposition has all the running, you've got to find a way to get back into the game. And whether it's diving on a loose ball or coming out with a big tackle or just coming up with something. And Parramatta all season, when they've been in that position, the opposition just run away with Dylan Brown. He's got support on his inside here in Gutherson.
Gutherson's there.
He's
waited too long to give it to him. Oh, Gutherson is filthy. Brown will play it. Moses, he's going to fire a long one out there for Micah Sevo. And the defence scrambles. Oh, gee.
That's the last tackle.
It's a penalty.
No, it's fine.
Gutherson was about to explode.
He's run a long way to put himself in support.
There's Josh Hoffman with the restart, so he's a couple out from the line. Chance for Evans. He's not going to quite get there. They've got the second best red zone defence in the competition, Manly, in terms of tries scored against tackles made. Here's Junior Paulo, slips one out. Gutherson with a juggle, and then a dummy, and then a step. And then a miraculous pass out the back to Paulo, who gives it on. Fired away to Brown. And Micah Sevo has got it, and he's going to crash over in the corner.
That was clever.
Yeah.
That's if he scored. Looking to go to lucky
Garrick.
13. Micah Sevo.
3, mate. I've got try, grounding and touch and goal. Thanks,
This
mate.
is beautiful work from the centre to allow this pass to find his winger. Sevo leaves the ground to make sure that he... that's a good finish. I think that knee, let's have a look at his right knee in relation to the ball going down. It's down now, and his right knee is up in the air. So, wonderful finish, but the cutout
Micah
pass...
Sevo has his feet in the air over the touchline and grounds the ball in goal. We have a decision.
The man inside Sevo, he just pulls out of this very, very late. So, for Sevo to catch that is a big effort anyway, because he'd have only seen it late. And then to cross in the corner, it was a great finish as well. Intensity have just gone out of Manly. Darren Lockyer.
There was great execution, right to left shift, the two bullet-like passes to get it to the winger. Look, you know, if he can kick this, 36-24, it's only 2 tries. Not like it hasn't been done before, and it's a big turnaround when you consider that Manly were disallowed that try down the other end, and then Parramatta come down here. 4, maybe 6. See how he goes.
Well, they're running to the southern end too, Darren. Here's Moses. Oh, wonderful kick. He's hitting them as sweet as he ever has. 12 points the margin.
Yeah, the Isuzu Dumax replay, a couple of offloads. There's one, the first cutout pass, and the second, and you can see Josh Hoffman pulls his hands away, and that makes it really difficult for the winger to see that late and to catch it. And he's had a great start to his NRL career. He's a really inexperienced player. He's a man on screen.
Time your run.
Well, he's learning every week, but he can get the ball over the line.
Well, Pete, you said Des would want his team to go on with it. If they can see the next try, they're going to be nervous.
They took their foot off the gas a little while back. And
where's Jake Trbojevic? What if they're going to get him back?
He's up.
Out there.
Might see him shortly.
And so's Adam Fanua-Blake. So the premature end of the game hasn't lasted all that long for Jake. There's good defence. Gutherson shoved back. Nathan Brown.
See, Matt, just talking about Parramatta earlier. To me...
Tip and chase doesn't get over the front line.
There's some space there. I'll come back to it, just in regards to where I think Parramatta are particularly vulnerable. They might just work in for a field goal here, Manly.
There's Boyle. And Cherry Evans has plenty of pointing going on. He's marshalling Trbojevic to the right-hand side of the park. He'll come to DCE. He looks in, he plays out. There's Curtis Sirinen back towards the centre of the field. Well, they're in perfect position to extinguish this game.
Well, they want to come to the left post to open it up for Cherry Evans, if that's what the plan is. Now's the time to take one.
He's not particularly deep, Cherry Evans. They're going to go left. Here's Walker for Parker. Oh, no, it's a forward pass.
Forward pass. We've got a scrum here, boys.
A nice formation.
Start the shot clock. Scrum's in here.
I can see this one again, whether it was
Just
four.
don't change positions. 3 across the front.
Dylan Walker go to the line. It's hard to see from that angle.
Don't change positions. Seconds, get it in.
All right, so a bit more than 5 minutes left.
Stay in,
Oh, a lost ball off the scrum.
Well, attention to detail here. Kane Evans is winding up, and the ball just goes behind him. You'll see that they win the scrum. The big front rowers at 5'8". You see the ball go just behind him there. That's attention to detail, and it's a little thing. But if you watch Cameron Smith over the 400-odd games he's played, he never misses the mark. Everyone is in front. He doesn't stop the attacking movement.
Now Morgan Boyle, Manly can really knock this game out now.
Hold, fellas. Hold the line. Hold.
Paulo the tackler. Here's Lachlan Croker. Away to Cherry Evans. Back on the inside for Waddell. He got smashed.
Stand now. Oh, mate, no rollies, mate. Go through.
Dylan Walker goes himself. Now Cherry Evans is going back behind them. He wants a wall.
Yeah, surely you just take one.
This is served to him on a platter if he wants it. No, it comes out 2 passes wide to DCE that time. Here's the last. Cherry Evans will want the in goal. The ball's been retrieved by Paulo. The clock is very much the enemy now, though, for Parramatta.
Yeah, just talking about Parramatta, Matt, I thought all year that they have been particularly vulnerable in behind the play the ball area. And sides that can get a roll on from the play the ball and wedge in behind there. They put Parramatta right on the back foot, and the Eels have been unable to stop it for much of the season when put in that position.
The 3 of the next 5 at home. Gower is on the end of a suspect pass. Warriors at home next week. Dragons away, Knights home, Titans away, Bulldogs home. And now Joel Thompson finds himself unexpectedly in the clear and up to the 20, where Gower eventually gets him.
That was the longest 50 metres Joel's ever seen.
Lachlan Croker, Brett Parker's put it down this time. And Sevo gives it away for Parry.
Move now. Come back. Hold.
It's been a bit sloppy the last few minutes. Yes, Warriors home, Dragons away, Knights, Titans, Bulldogs. So, gee, they'd probably start favourites in, you'd say, 4 of the 5 of those games. This Parramatta team, and as we know, when they're at home at Bank West, they're a completely different proposition.
During the day.
Oh, great tackle. Parker saw Moses and nailed him. Great tackle again. Dylan Walker that time. Here's Brown. Put down on the 5th tackle on the 50-metre line.
We get 3rd time lucky. Mitchell Moses chip over the top now. Going high. Might be an easy one to take.
Trbojevic, superb.
Hurt himself here.
Stand. Hold, David. Hold, mate. Hold.
Oh, no.
He just fell for his hamstring.
Now, thanks, David. Hold, wait.
He might just be ready to head to the sheds, I'd suggest.
Doesn't look comfortable, does he?
Move now, David. On the mark. Hold. On the mark, mate.
It's been a really great afternoon for the Manly club and for the Peninsula overall. Great crowd, magnificent weather. And 2 arch rivals have put on a pretty good show, but Manly have dominated, certainly to a greater extent than the scoreboard reflects.
Yeah, it's a big 2 competition points for Manly. It's a big step towards finals football as Moses flicks inside to tackle Rangi.
Can't break free. Legs tackle made by Dylan Walker. Takarangi's got a bit of an issue here as well. Gutherson playing it. Salmon for Gower. Manly have a date with Melbourne in Melbourne next week, and we know about the history between those clubs. Would you give Manly a fighting chance down there?
Yeah, I do. A real chance.
A chance against anyone, Matt. They're a good football side.
Here's Moses, last play of the game. He tries another chip. Ball's been picked up. It's scooped up by Manu Mahu, who's tackled promptly. Manly, big winners. And they were very impressive, particularly in the first hour of the match. It was all energy and speed